Welcome to Studio One Live. I'm Heru Da Guru, and this is Rude Radio.
I know every town the same, every place I go. People telling stories about the on you. You can play it smart or just be a damn fool. Every town the same, every place I go. People telling stories about the block and how it's gone. Every choice you make leave consequences on you. You can play it smart or just be a damn fool. Or just be a damn fool. I know,
We will roast your program. And all YouTubers and content creators alike. Kong TV.
This particular thing that I have low opinions of niggas.
Listen, it's that here Columbus his log said his third voyage was the test that the canoes off the west coast of Africa, New Guinea was found in America.
What?
And it was like, well, how did they get there? And so
No
they
proof.
knew we were here, and that's
Hyperbole. What you reading? Zero proof. Pull up them Columbus diaries and let's see it.
Hey man, unless all the information is fake, then what can we say? But you can go to columbuslandfall.com and look through some of this information. Ships, crew, log, and then you could do your research yourself. You understand?
Ain't nowhere in the world somebody mentioned some damn West Guinea boats. No.
I tell you what,
Yes,
you right
sir.
about that, right? But
Yeah.
listen to this though.
Mm-hmm.
When they tell you a story in school that Christopher Columbus, Balboa, Amerigo Vespucci, all these white great came over and discovered, and you look at your motherland and say, we've been here.
Wait. That's what I'm saying. How do we go from Pizarro, Balboa, Columbus to we been here?
No, easy.
Mm-hmm.
When Christianity was first pushed down my throat by my grandma now, and I asked the questions, and I was like, why are they always down in the black Egyptians in this Bible? Why they always bad mouthing the black man? In Africa, is always this and that. Something ain't right. And that took me on my journey a long time ago. I'm 48 right now. You know what I'm saying? But this was back in the 90s. And I can't pull up the sources of some of the information I read 20 years ago. Because some of these books I wish I still had. I don't have some of these. They don't have these books no more. I used to go to little bookstores and find some gems. But regardless of the fact, my mind said, I know darn well Africa been over here way before.
Right. So all I'm asking you, Afro, Jeshurun, or whatever, why is it when someone then asks you to prove it that there's a problem?
No, ain't no problem. Ain't no problem.
Why is the defenses automatic? Oh, so you trying to say we couldn't do this?
No.
All we need is a ship. All we need is a ship, some documentation from them Africans, some natives documenting. That's it. I'm tired of all this shit y'all trying to tell us we don't. Hold on, Heru. Hold on. I just got on. I'm tired of all this shit. I'm tired of y'all sitting here making these speculative ass assumptions and guesses, and then if we don't accept what y'all speculate, we don't respect or honor black people. What the fuck, nigga? I'm African. It's fuck. And always will be. Now, if you can show us one of them ships, the conversation will be dead.
Hey. Man, these boys spending too much time on the panel and ain't doing the research. I just clicked on the link. I just showed y'all to go, and it says Columbus ships. Okay. Now you could read this information, cross-reference it. If you find this bullshit, then at least you read it. At least you can smoke us with the bullshit you found. But you haven't read a goddamn
dang gone thing, have you? But here it is. Now you can't read it.
Hey, but let me ask you a question, Dread Lord. So are you one of the ones that believe people in the Americas was originally here from the beginning of, I guess, humanity?
No.
No, they crossed over.
The
They
beginning
came from other parts.
all of humanity, as we know it, began in Africa.
Okay, we on the same page then. No one's gonna know the true beginning, historically documented from 1 to A to Z.
True.
That's lost.
That's fair.
But we all can hear each other's story, and we can get bits and pieces.
Right, but see, then we have different disciplines that man himself has developed in order to do this, and we house these under some word called science, right? And so we then look at the different elements, right? So we say, okay, in this particular case, do you have any stories about it? Do you have any writings about it? Because that's what we, this whole primary document things is about in order to trace that. Do you have any other sources for this particular story that you're relaying? Right? And then on top of that, and then now we can include, because we've made advancements in technology and science, you can have genetic and all these other type of things that you can add to the scientific research.
Yeah.
And so here we sit in 2024, and this has been popping up again. This is cyclical as far as we always been here and stuff, which is this latest iteration of it. And so now we sit at a point where we even have more scientific tools at our disposal to either prove or disprove this particular sentiment, and nothing is showing up to prove it.
Absolutely nothing. And the latest research about the Native Americans and their ancestry is that they're Denisovan and Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon. The majority of their DNA is Cro-Magnon and Denisovan, the Native Americans. I don't think you're hip to that research, though, are you, Heru?
Oh my, Heru's my buddy, Sabio. Jeez, man.
Yeah, man. We had a little rough start. But listen, listen. I know one thing about none of us are DNA experts. So you could throw around the DNA, what you think this DNA, magna cragness and all that, man, or whatever. But
at this point, when people
it seems like the temples and the buildings all match all around the world. Some different various in designs and so on.
Okay. Right there. In West Africa, what buildings match other buildings around the world?
Well, I mean, they found a temple that looked like Egypt in Utah.
Egypt.
Oh, Miami Sport, they call them Google Man. But I might be the true Google Man. Okay, Mr. Truth, Storian, and Sabio. I told you there are claims out there, and I admit I haven't fully investigated them, but I do want to see them upon my pursuit. They're not as important on my epsilon of things to do and to prove. But now it is because you've challenged it. The Heru Da Guru. Great Pyramids of the Great Salt Lake, Part 1, Mysteries in the Mountain. Okay. And I admit, it's not. I got more sources. Booyah, the Daily Universe. Ancient Egypt in Utah Valley. Is reported there have been a total of 138 ancient pyramids discovered in the Egypt desert as of 2008. Many of these pyramids were constructed, Similar to Utah is home to many pyramids as well. I ain't gonna keep reading it. It's just the point that I told you their claims, and it needs to be looked into to totally exclude it or include it. Yeah, boy, that's another source. The New York Times, long secret, ancient ruins are revealed in Utah. Okay, listen, read it. There's claims. Another claim.
Is not West Africa. Egypt is not West Africa, bro.
He didn't say West Africa. He said Utah. Could you please tell what was it the Egyptians that they found in Utah?
Man, they got some. You ain't seen no pictures of Utah that they won't let us go see now.
The mounds, the Utah Mound Pyramid.
Excuse me?
The Utah mounds. That's supposed to be a pyramid.
They also, man, no, they got some tombs they done been up in too. They trying.
Wait. There's Egyptian tombs in Utah?
Looks like Egyptian hieroglyphs in there.
Oh shit.
Man, this makeup just go far and further and further and further.
I ain't seen them. I want to see them though. They claiming it. I want to see them though. They claiming it. I want to see them though. They claiming it.
Booyah, the Daily Universe, Ancient Egypt in Utah Valley. Booyah, the Daily Universe, Ancient Egypt in Utah Valley.
I want to see them though. They claiming it.
You think they Mormons? Like, how?
Kemetic Mormons. You got Kemetic elbow Mormons.
I don't know.
Kemetic Mormon elbows. That's dope.
I just felt like there was some pyramid building, just like it was pyramid building in Cambodia and China and Africa and America and the South America.
China got pyramids. Some of this shit gotta stop.
So you ain't seen the pyramid? I mean, everything's been faked. Unless all the images we can look up been fake.
Okay, let's start. Wait. Let's stop. Dev, could you please wait? Hold on.
We go to the excavation site.
Right, hold on, bro. Let's start sharing some of those images. I would like to see the tombs in Utah.
Me too. The catacombs of the pharaohs of Utah. The pharaohs of Utah.
And then I would like to see the Chinese pyramid.
In China, associated with the early Chinese emperors.
China's pyramids are regarded by archaeologists as some of the most mysterious structures of the ancient world. For centuries, they were kept hidden from the West. But in 1974, something extraordinary happens.
Pyramid's a secret. They got pyramid structures in China, man. Okay, here go some of the pictures. I guess you could say those pyramid mounds or whatever. Here goes some satellite imagery. But there goes another one that's kind of gonna grow some stuff over it, but it's got but this is just one example of information that needs to be explored. On Wikipedia got a page about Chinese pyramids. At least if you keep telling me where is it at least you could have to debunk this. You knew about this page, maybe not, but pyramids, you know, a Jesuit father wrote about Chinese pyramid in his book China Monuments Illustrata. Now we can't search it for his book, but I ain't gonna go through all that.
All facts. I would love to see the Chinese pyramid. That gotta be dope.
My only question to you, Heru, around this: are you also saying that they're built by the same people? Like was there a crew of people who just went around the world saying, "Hey, let's build a pyramid here"?
No, I ain't gonna say the same people.
Then what would be the connection that these pyramids?
My only point I be making is that I believe we were all the sun people.
Oh wow!
All over the earth.
Talk about it. We were the sun. Or is there anybody who doesn't live under the sun?
There was a change that happened. You asked me, let me finish my answer.
That part, Truth. React that question.
There was a change that happened. There was invaders of the earth that caused
invaders of the earth.
Hold on, Sabio, you're not letting
if you look in to me, in my opinion, it's my opinion. This Bible is this leader of these invaders. Let's just say that, so to make it kind of, understandable. And they wrote this Bible, and the lineage of Adam and Eve and Abraham and Sham, them all white people.
Wait. The aliens. Wait. Hold on. The aliens wrote a book about white people.
I ain't saying nothing about no aliens. I said
You just said it.
I said
Invaders.
Oh,
The invaders from another planet wrote a book.
I ain't saying nothing about no planet. I don't know where they from. I don't know if they DNA engineered their virus on the
Wait, hold on. Now go slow. Where did they who invaded what?
We got Psalm 119 camels that deal bountifully with thy servant, thy may live, and keep thy word, open thy mine eye, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. I am a stranger in the earth. Hide not thy commandments from me. How are you a stranger? God made y'all on earth, right? Or are y'all from somewhere else?
Invaded Earth?
Yes,
What do you mean invaded?
Our earth has been invaded by these white. It's like a cancer cell.
Okay.
We are cells on a living being. The earth is a living being. The sun is a living being, and we are the cells that live on the earth. Just like your body got cells that make up your body. We're the living beings on the earth. And
so the
this cancerous cell invaded the earth. It tells on itself in its Bible. Read their Bible. Read their book they wrote. They want to manifest this revelations with the people believing it, so they can manifest this revelation with their minds. That's the trick of this beast they worshiping secretly. These Bible people. I wish they'll leave it alone.
Wait, so
get our earth back.
So those demons in the Revelations,
you can call them whatever name you want to call them: demons, aliens, other entities, devils, beast, or bad god, demigod, whatever cute name you want to worship. They worshiping something. These white people worshiping something, and they getting this technology and all the information from this beast. Go look at these.
There we go. Wait, hold on. Let's go slow. So the white people, the white people are getting the technology from the beast.
They being fed, spoon fed this stuff to rule us. We need to.
These two sides of the Blackwell chip have no clue which side they're on. There's no memory locality issues, no cache issues. It's just one giant chip. When we were told that Blackwell's ambitions were beyond the limits of physics, the engineer said, "So what? The engineer said, "So what?" And so this is what happened. And so this is the Blackwell chip, and it goes into two types of systems. The first one is form-fit-function compatible to Hopper. And so you slide out Hopper and you push in Blackwell. That's the reason why one of the challenges of ramping is going to be so efficient. There are installations of Hoppers all over the world, and the same infrastructure, same design, the power, the electricity, the thermals, the software, identical, push it right back. And so this is a Hopper version for the current HGX configuration. The second Hopper looks like this. Now this is a prototype board, and this is a fully functioning board, and I'll just be careful here. This right here is, I don't know.
You talk about being the best. You needed to be the best among 89 other companies that were funded after you to build the same thing. 89 other companies that were funded after you to build the same thing.
Go back to the sun and leave these pseudo religions alone.
Hold on, boy. I had to pause it because I didn't. I just wanted to let them know about the Industrial Revolution and the Renaissance period and the information age. These aren't random advancements.
And we'll get our earth back. That's my
Will we burn? What do you mean go back to the sun? I need some help. What does that mean? Go back to the sun.
Worshiping the sun, understanding the sun is the supreme spirit of the supreme being. and that is the light of the world, the true Christ, the true Savior of the world.
Okay.
Man, these spooky niggas is something different, truth.
The sun gives us all these books they arguing over. They need the sun.
These books are something different, dog.
Science, you can observe. You don't need no books to believe it. You can see what the sun does for us all.
How do the books need the sun, though?
Right. How does a book need a sun? Need the sun. This spooky shit is something different, bro.
Let him talk, Samuel. Let him get it out. Go ahead, brother.
I didn't say no book. I said, what do we need the book for? When we can see what the sun does for us all.
Oh, I agree with you there. Okay. Oh, I agree with you there. Okay. Oh, I agree with you there. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Matter of fact, if you're an Indian, they believe in earth, fire, wind, and air. You would die without all 5 or 4 of those elements.
So is there some people who don't believe in earth, fire, water, and air? Like, who doesn't believe in it?
No, I'm saying as far as they'll call it pseudo or spooky if you worship it. You're a devil. You doing the Bible people primarily. If you say I worship air, water, fire, they'll look at you like you the devil, the beast they worship. It's thickening.
So you think that the white people, they worship a different God, right?
Yeah, this beast that savors cattle, that wants blood. And
Good. So then our
us as cannibals when they're the cannibals.
Okay. So then our I guess our super god is our super god gonna then fight their demon at some point?
No, bro.
Then how does it work? How do we know who's gonna win?
It ain't about knowing who's gonna win.
What do you mean? If they no seriously, if you got a revelation and a demon and the whole
okay, hold on. I give the example then, because you can understand it. In the macro element of it all, it's that they're cancerous in a cancerous cell, and the supreme being has the almighty immune system. So if it gets out of hand, we can't revert the sickness. Guess what? We're gonna have to get erased out, and the earth will replenish itself from this destruction that's being placed upon it. So it's up to us to get this shit right, but the earth is gonna replenish itself and wipe this shit out and restart over. So it's on y'all.
So how do we get it right?
Shit.
Is he lushed? Is he lushed, true story?
In the fight.
No, I'm listening. I'm just trying to. How do we get it right to defeat the beast?
What we doing now? Doing what you doing now. You've been speaking true all day, my brother. That's all we can do.
You got me scared of the beast now. I might stop speaking truth.
Your greatness, the humans are pushing for disclosure.
You know what will happen if disclosure is realized.
Yes, I know.
Well, make sure disclosure doesn't happen, or there will be an harvest. We had an agreement, and you humans now want to break your agreement. Foolish humans, we welcome harvest. Execute a plan, and make sure disclosure isn't so.
No, but you don't see the white people worshiping.
Speaking truth is Wale's brand. You just true story.
I'm sorry.
But be honest though, you don't see them worshiping this thing.
The stupidity is finna get multiplied. It's finna multiply.
You ain't answered me yet.
It's finna multiply, divide, and reciprocate. You have a supporter up here, so it's finna get beyond stupid.
Go look at the images and behind it. Man, it looks so satanic, man. I be like, boy, what is going on? They worshiping something, boy.
So is their demon beast like stronger than our God? Like, what's the problem? Because we keep getting our ass kicked. Wouldn't you think that our God is kind of soft a little bit?
No, because we We worshiping the beast. Most of the people. I ain't saying you. This ain't no attack on the panel. Y'all gotta understand that. This is
I'm good. Go ahead, speak, man.
No, cause S will get on me. I just call him S because all I see is S. That's his name, S. What's your name, big bro?
I just want to know. I'm not gonna we can't move from that. Are we gonna be destroyed by the beast, brother? I'm scared.
Agreement. Foolish humans, we welcome harvest. Execute the plan and make sure disclosure isn't so. We will meet again on the next dawn moon. Do you need to be replaced as the leader of these humans? Have you lost control? Are you not making use of the technology given to track your humans and making sure the correct narrative is in place?
No, Your Highness, Your Greatness. I shall assure you the narrative will be in place.
Good. We shall see the next dawn moon. Now leave me to my rest. I will summon you if needed.
Don't be afraid.
Why not? Your God, our God that you got me
Don't be
under is soft as hell.
No. The supreme one is far away from all this
madness.
Pretty much.
But why is he
we on our own? That's why I said the earth gonna reset ourselves. We peons. We're little peons. Think we're close to the supreme being, little humans?
Yes.
We live in a little human life as man. We far from that, man. We nowhere near the.
What
man,
makes us different from the
that
supreme being?
swallow suns for dessert.
Wait, excuse me. Whoa. Let's rewind. Who swallows suns for dessert?
I said there's beings that swallow suns for dessert.
He about to snap me on this one. He about to snap me on this one. I done added one of my short stories. he on point. Listen to him.
Hey,
what is the name of the being that swallows suns for dessert?
I'm gonna give you an example.
In my neighborhood,
I would like the name of the being.
No, ain't no name for it.
You just said they had a name.
Ain't no name for it.
Just because X, Sun Eater?
There's a lot of things you can run across and you don't got a name for it.
Okay, tell me more about the Sun Eater.
In my hood, they got a name for it. Her name is Kiki.
All things are a lie, because I was telling him identify. He don't believe in God. I said, how could your spark not be alive? If you can't create, destroy it, and this is alive, then it must always been alive. That means the supreme being always been alive. Therefore, all life is within life, within life, within life. Your life has millions of billions of lives within it. Okay, you're your God of your one single life form. Now the city, all the people of the city is alive. The state of Florida, the state of America, the earth, all the people of the earth makes one life form.
Wait, slow down 1 second.
Hold on.
Okay, you got it.
The planet, the solar system is another life form within itself. The galaxy is a life form. There's a cluster of galaxies that.
Okay, all right, let's go slow. So out of all the people, listen, out of all the people you just named, listen, Heru, you're doing a lot, but you're not answering the question. All the people, yes, it is, because of all the people that you just named, which one of those eats the sun?
Say that again.
What you named, all these type of people, which one of them eats the sun that you mentioned? Because that was my question.
Beat? What you mean, beat the sun?
Eat. You said there are beings that eat the sun. I would like to know which beings eat the sun.
Sun eaters. Sun eaters, truth. We got sun eaters.
Yes.
All right, Savio. Inhale first, exhale or something. Bro.
Would you
go ahead,
You want to be frankly honest with you. It's one of
That's
my
the surprising me.
No,
Wait,
it's
hold
one
on,
of my
hold on.
creations in my short stories. Imaginary creatures.
Okay.
There's no
Okay, so
there's
you
no
just made that
writing of such creatures that exist. There's no that's a fictionary
of your imagination.
of my writing world. Yes, sir. It
Okay.
is.
Is that
Right.
it's just one
That's
question?
good.
You don't have to answer it because it may be a HIPAA violation, but is that on or off meds?
No, they ain't on no meds. That's
Okay,
just I'm just
okay.
a writer. I told
Okay.
y'all I wrote books. I'm writing. I got a cartoon series based off the elements. I got I write stuff. So I always had these stories about I'm tapped in. The information is in the fabric of the universe, and your consciousness could tap into it.
Which
And we
part
all
of your
are
consciousness
part
did
of
you
the
tap in
same
for the Sun Eaters? I want to say clear of that one. I don't want that part of my consciousness to be tapped into.
I imagine there are. Anything you can imagine exists, though.
Now, Mr. Heru, what I will tell you
Infinite world.
is you have a silent warrior who is now on this chat because while they've been sitting quiet, just waiting for the right intro so he can validate most of your sun-eating science that you have shared with us. Good afternoon, Wale.
He said sun eating.
Sun-eating science.
Hey, Rue, is a part of your sun worship practice staring into the sun?
I do look into the sun. I do disobey the advice not to look into it.
Would you call that blind faith?
Truth is
No.
wild. No pun intended.
No. But I do understand the power of the sun, and I better not disobey it for too long.
We have run into a sun-eating comedic abo.
He said the sun eating.
A sun-eating comedic abo, a sun-watching, sun-eating comedic abo. Let me get this
Let me
correct.
ask you a question.
He's a comedic abo, sun eater, y'all.
Who do you pray to?
Yo, Heru, where you from, son?
I'm from Duval County.
Where's that?
Pray to, bro? Who you pray to?
Where's that? Where's Duval County?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, you from Florida? All right, I got you. All right, go ahead. I don't know what y'all was talking about.
They don't like me worshiping the sun, the supreme spirit, the creator of these worlds.
No one's hating. We're just trying to figure out how you became a comedic abo sun worshiper.
Excuse me, Sabio. Thank you.
Sun eater.
Sun eater. A comedic abo sun eater.
Sun eater. Damn. You know what? I do open my mouth and allow the sun to come into my mouth.
Yo, do it on purpose, man.
You allow sun to do what? What you allow sun to do?
Y'all been told to wear sunblock, huh?
You allow sun to do what?
Y'all
you gotta chill out, son.
What that heal me?
Pause.
Heal you.
Mega pause.
150 blocks still outrun some of my track athletes. I'm a track coach.
You better run talking like that.
All facts.
You ain't coaching no kid of
And
mine.
they on my channel too. They facts too. You can go look at my channel. Join my channel, my track channel. Jax Powell. We going to regionals in about 2 weeks. You feel me?
That's what's up. They believe in that sun shit too?
Damn right. I'm going to always worship the sun. Because I don't need no argument. I can see what it do for me every day and everybody else. I don't need
What does the sun do for you other than
the water to allow the ecosystem to go on the earth? It feeds the water.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Peart, a marine scientist and host of the Salty Science Podcast, and welcome to a special Salty Science presentation on how the sun impacts the ocean. So my first question is, what is the sun? Well, a lot of Greek astronomers and astrophysicists tell me that the sun is a star in the center of our solar system and is a giant sphere of hot gases. And these gases are made of hydrogen and helium atoms plus a few other elements. And the sun is massive. It's so big that about 1 million Earth-sized planets could fit inside of it. And because it's so huge, there's a lot of pressure at its core, which then squeezes 4 hydrogen atoms together until they become a helium atom in a process called nuclear fusion. And when this happens, a huge amount of energy is released in the form of electromagnetic radiation, which once it reaches the sun's surface only takes about 8.2 minutes to reach the Earth. And while the sun produces electromagnetic radiation wavelengths of the full spectrum of a black body, the wavelengths that reach the Earth are predominantly UV, visible, and infrared. So how does the sun impact the ocean? The quick answer, in every way imaginable. And I could spend 2 hours talking about the sun's direct and indirect impacts on the ocean, but here's a quick list. The electromagnetic radiation energy from the sun impacts the color of the ocean, underwater visibility, photosynthesis, which also plays a role in major food webs and provides us with oxygen to breathe. And the sun's energy also impacts ocean surface temperatures, which impacts density and stratification, which also impacts ocean circulation and transport. And the coupled duo of atmosphere and ocean temperatures impacts the weather and wind and waves and more transport and more circulation. And the sun's energy also impacts chemical cycles and the fate of certain pollutants in and near the ocean. And finally, because the sun is so large, its gravitational pull also impacts our tides, which is the reason why some areas have what's called the spring and neap tide cycle. And there are so many other ways that the sun directly or indirectly impacts our global ocean. So for more information, listen to the Salty Science Podcast today.
How does it?
I know. Go look up your science. That's all you got to do. The light feeds the plankton of the seas and allow the ocean to even be alive, which the ocean is a living being.
Yo, they got a sun church?
The ocean is a living being?
Ocean is a living being.
They'll let you start a Christian, a Muslim. I said, I want to start the Church of Rock. They ain't want to let it happen. I said, these crackers
don't Jabari got some shit like that?
These crackers want this Abrahamic religions placed upon us so we could argue and worship their little
the oceans are living beings. I want y'all to know that one day the oceans are going to get up and walk around.
How many % water are you?
75 about.
Okay, so if you're alive, if you're 75% water, you don't think water, so you're dead. 75% of you dead, or is water alive too? With memory.
What they got to do with the sun, bro?
Excuse me, quick question. Can you tell me where I can find dead water?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
No.
Water must be alive.
That's a good answer, but so that's a good answer. But so there's a live water, but there's no such thing as dead water?
No, because all things are alive. The supreme being is all and is all alive.
So there's no such thing as death. We're making that word up, right?
It's just transformation. You're transforming to some other being with another purpose. See, the definition of life is purpose. If you're serving out a purpose, you are alive.
Okay,
hold on
one second.
Animated or non-animated life form.
1 second. I'm looking up the definition of life.
Man, don't let Noah Webster.
The condition that distinguishes animals and plants from inorganic matter, including the capacity for the growth, reproduction, functional activity, and continued change preceding death.
Noah Webster, a peon. He don't know what life is.
Oh, shit.
Life is purpose. If you're serving out purpose, you are alive.
If you're serving out purpose, you are alive.
So hold on. So what purpose is a slug serving?
You said so. You sitting there a slug.
They're alive.
Okay.
You have sea slugs at the bottom of the ocean.
Most of them life won't be like cleaner life forms. Clean and help the ecosystem. You know,
slugs clean the ecosystem.
Yes.
I'm just saying. I'm just using that as an example because since you popping up life forms out of your brain.
I mean, you're the one that said life forms.
Who categorize the purpose of all the lives that live? Just be honest with yourself, sir.
Let me ask you
I'm trying to figure out all the purposes for all the. What about a fly?
Well, that'd be a good job.
What about a maggot?
Hey, what about alkaline water? Does alkaline water have like magical, like special powers compared to regular live water?
Man, I don't know about all that.
Oh, you don't deal with alkaline water? Okay.
No, I understand. You talking about the different minerals and metals and shit in the water. But, I mean, that's changing the structure.
So water structure can be changed to like what?
The water molecule is a dipole. One end is charged more negatively and the other more positively. This is a well-known phenomenon. A molecule acting through its negatively charged end can attract another molecule by its positively charged end, and then another molecule. This is how the structure of water is formed. It is fluid and short-lived. Somehow, among the changing forms, one can see stable formations. These are called clusters. It is within these structures that water retains information it has captured. Clusters. It is within these structures that water retains information it has captured. Any substance coming into contact with water leaves a trace in the water. Had our ancestors guessed this when they used silver vessels to turn ordinary water into healing water? Later, the water was given to laboratory mice. And they died. Immediately, the water was thoroughly tested. Chemically, it proved to be impeccably clean. It meant that the water without direct contact with the poison somehow adopted its properties. In other words, it received negative information from the poison. A fantastic hypothesis was put forward, a hypothesis that could explain water's unpredictable behavior. Water has memory. Experiments done in many countries around the world have shown that water receives and makes an imprint of any outside influence, remembering everything that occurs in the space that surrounds it. It makes no difference where the water is located. If you transport water to outer space, it remains sensitive to what it encounters. NASA scientists discovered this when they released water in a low-gravity environment.
If a pure water is hard to make, it's hard to get, and it's kind of reactive, very polar liquid, and so it tends to dissolve things and grab things, and they become what we call surface active. If you take a drop of oil or something like that, it won't do that. Ethanol or alcohol won't do that, but water is a highly chemical surface. You fill a water balloon, there was some junk on the mantle that they used to make the balloon in the first place. And it's the inside of the balloon, that's instantly in the liquid. Now when you deploy that junk that's in the liquid then goes to the surface, and so it changes the surface properties.
Water drops oscillate in reaction to the burst balloon membrane. It takes 45 minutes for it to stabilize and form a perfect sphere. Further experiments at low gravity allowed astronauts to study a sphere of water 75 millimeters in diameter with an air bubble inside. When water droplets were injected into the bubble, they created collision dynamics in action. Most of the collisions were created in a rebound or elastic fashion, bouncing off each other and the wall. But on occasion, an internal bubble would oscillate, and the momentum would carry it across the interface in a mass transfer. The structure of water means how its molecules are organized. We can see how water molecules join together into groups. Scientists came up with the idea that these clusters work as memory cells of a certain sort, in which water records the whole history of its relationship with the world, as if on magnetic tape.
If you consider a cluster as a group of specific molecules, then it can survive only a short amount of time. But if you consider it as a structure whereby molecules can leave and other molecules come in, the cluster can last effectively for a very long time.
The stability of the cluster structures confirm the hypothesis that water is capable of recording and storing information.
It may be the single most malleable computer which can, it's like a computer memory. It's a memory of information. We must know how it is arranged. It is like the alphabet. If I give you the alphabet, you don't know a word, you don't know a letter, you don't know a sentence. So the molecular structure is the alphabet of water. And you must make a sentence out of water. And you can change the sentence.
This leads us to the idea that information is either made up of water or exists in it. In the language of the Pemon Indian tribe in Venezuela, Roraima is translated as the mother of all waters. A group of Russian biophysicists set out for this destination in January 2005 to collect a unique sample of water, which scientists say has never been in direct contact with human beings. Such water exists in only one place on Earth, in Venezuela. Therefore, we consider the water we have there is in a unique, virgin state. There is always a large cloud over Roraima. As evening approaches, a light haze appears. When the moon comes out from behind the mountains, the mist begins to glow with an even blue light. And in that light, it is visible how fine droplets of moisture are hanging in the still air. The slightest breath of a breeze, and this watery dust forms into drops. This is the origin of the rain, which rushes down in countless waterfalls. So today is January 30th, water collection number 16. Then we shall pack it all up in foil, and in this form this water will hold its energy for several days with the air of these places. Then we'll arrive in St. Petersburg, and we'll calmly carry out our laboratory analysis several thousand miles away, and only then will we be able to draw any conclusions. Professor Korotkov's laboratory has developed an instrument that can determine the energetics of water. It works on the basis of the Kirlian effect. Everything that enters a strong electromagnetic field begins to emit light. The greater energy the object possesses, the brighter it shines. The water from Venezuela was compared with ordinary drinking water. We can say that this water is not double, not triple, but it is 40,000 times more active. So these are really two fundamentally different substances. And water of this type, this water, which immediately activates the body, it activates the whole system. That's why there, where the Indians, despite the deprivation in which they live very long lives and are very happy. They absolutely do not want civilization to come to them.
H3O, like how does the structure change?
They have sea slugs. Look it up, C-Dot. Look up a sea slug and see if I'm wrong.
Oh, there's a documentary on that water.
Hey, Ru, I got you. Listen, if y'all want to know how to change the structure of water, you go to your local corner store.
All you need is some beryllium.
You get an old school 10-cent pack of Kool-Aid. When the Kool-Aid got to be the 10-cent pack when they were 10 cents. and you add that into the water, and you drink that, and you'll notice the complete structure change, along with you getting diabetes diagnosis at your next doctor checkup. So Kool-Aid is how you change the structure.
So
Or you get some beryllium.
Brother Heru, there was a question in the chat about what side of Duval that you're from.
Hold on, I'm gonna give y'all a link where y'all can study this water structures and how the molecules change depending on what it's been.
You about to drop some sources? Oh shit,
man! I got sources. I mean,
Sources, Corey.
Man, we've been talking since the morning. To be honest, Truth, we've been talking about all kind of shit since this morning, and these topics going here and there. Yeah, you could call, so nobody don't have no book files ready just to present for you guys.
Actually, I did that. Remember, I was the one showing on that one.
When did it happen? And if I do such, what is that gonna do for you? You're not gonna believe in Ra. You don't have beliefs. Why would you believe and not know it's true?
Excuse me? What was that?
A lot of people keep talking about this belief in God.
Yo, you gonna drop that source in the chat?
I know there's God. God is above belief.
No, there's doubt. So which 18,000 gods exist?
Let him drop that source first.
He ain't dropping no source.
Oh, what source I want to
Who was that? Identity with that one? What was that? Identity?
Bring up the source or shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, you. I told you, Identity is our resident soundbite master. You got a lot of work to do. That's his brand, True.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yo, actually, Truth was gunning for that. What was it, a couple days ago?
Corey, don't worry about it. Identity, I got to get a soundboard now. Watch.
Yo, y'all ain't seen them documentaries of water has memory.
Crazy.
And water.
YouTube does it again. Water got memory.
No, let me ask y'all a question.
Yes.
Y'all seen experiments with plants? Where these Japanese are singing to these plants and they cracking the code, the language, and speaking.
Oh shit.
14 minutes along in that initial observation on the morning of February 2nd, 1966. My life just hasn't been the same. It's fully intending of a plant. I'd been working all night in the laboratory and had decided to water a plant in the lab, very similar to the plant here, Dracaena cane plant. My thought was that as the moisture arrived to the leaf of the plant, the plant should be a better conductor, and I should get a reading on the chart. Well, strangely enough, I didn't get this at all, and in fact, it did just the opposite. Instead of the tracing edging upward as it should have on the chart, it went into sort of a wild excitation, very similar to the first part of a human taking a polygraph test. But then it occurred to me, just about 14 minutes along, what would be the real optimum threat to the well-being of a plant. In fact, the imagery of fire entered my mind, and I not only thought, but I fully intended to burn the very leaf that was being tested with a match. Now, I had no matches in the room at the time, and I don't smoke, and I had to go next door to my secretary's area to get a match. But the interesting thing is that right at the split second that imagery of fire entered my mind, the tracing reflecting the changes in the plant just went right off the top of the page. And the only thing that occurred at that time, no lighting of a match, nothing else, merely the imagery of fire. And I must say that as of 14 minutes along in that initial observation on the morning of February 2nd, 1966, my life just hasn't been the same.
During recent years, gardening enthusiasts throughout Japan have been privileged to witness the remarkable demonstrations of Dr. and Mrs. Kenneth Hashimoto. Dr. Hashimoto, Managing Director and Chief of Research for the Fuji Electronic Industries, has constructed special instruments which translate the electrical output of plants into modulated sounds, giving voice to a cactus. Relying on her affinity for plants, Mrs. Hashimoto looks forward to actual conversation with her cactus. Convinced that it possesses an intelligence, she is determined to teach it the Japanese alphabet.
Don't tell me plants have sense of humor, bro. Plants have sense of humor. The plant got the lady laughing, bro.
Water, the great mystery, where they take a pitcher of water and they separate the pitcher of water into two pitchers of water, and they separate both pitchers at a great distance. And when you expose information to one pitcher of water, the other at a distance restructures itself according to that information instantly, using atomic clocks.
That's incredible.
Instantly. And what amazes me about that is over and over and over again, no matter how far you go back, and going back, actually, there's a Russian scientist named Alexander Zhijevsky, whom in the 1930s noticed that bacteria in water would constantly become agitated during the exact moment of solar flares. And he noticed this over and over and over again. Whenever there was a solar flare, the activation of the bacteria going crazy happened before the solar radiation hit the Earth. In fact, it takes 8.3 minutes for sun solar radiation to travel from the sun's 93 million miles from Earth to get here. So the bacteria knew it instantly. Why? Why did the bacteria in the water know? Well, the interesting thing is our sun is 93% hydrogen, and there's oxygen in the sun. And that means that these two bodies of water at a distance are actually talking to each other instantaneously.
And see, this is why I try to tell people we are the sun people. We are black because of the sun. And the sun speaks to us instantaneously through the water molecules that we're made of, through the light information, through just the entire connection that we have. We are one. This is not assimilation. You can't belittle the supreme to assimilation.
And the bacteria in the water gets activated because the water is receiving this information. Now, when we consider the vast distances, for example, the distance between our Milky Way galaxy and the Andromeda galaxy, which is 2.2 million light years away, if you were communicating using radio waves with Andromeda, if we could, it would take over 2.2 million years to get there. But yet, the hydrogen in the stars in the Andromeda galaxy and the hydrogen in our stars and the spiraling arms of the Milky Way galaxy and the water in our own bodies can communicate instantaneously. And the water in our own bodies can communicate instantaneously. And the water in our own bodies can communicate instantaneously.
There we go. Niggas singing the
Y'all
plant.
believe plants are alive? My neighbor across the street called me a master gardener.
Bruh.
Because I know plants are
Yo,
alive.
you got any videos?
Would that be a
Y'all
botanist?
believe that?
Yo, you
If
got
y'all
any
don't believe
videos
that,
of
bro,
you
I don't know
singing
where
the
y'all
plant?
at, boy. Everything.
Yo, hey, Rue.
Yo, you got any
Hey,
videos
Rue, on
of
that
you
one,
singing the
I
plant?
agree with you. Hey, Rue, I talk to my plants.
You might as well get electricity from a tree.
I talk to my plants. No, they don't talk.
Get electricity from trees. I told you, whatever your mind can conceive, it's probably possible. Go and get the electricity from trees. There's research for you guys to do. While y'all on here blabbing, get to your research. Do your research. Hey, you know what, though? That's funny. Hug a tree more often.
You hug a tree. What the fuck?
Wait, hold on now, Sabian. I'm with him. I hug trees. And
Y'all ain't connected to the nature spirits. No wonder why y'all be hating and mad and angry.
oh my. So what are the nature spirits?
I just told you.
Nada.
The elements. Earth.
You gotta go hug a tree. That way you can be in touch with
water,
listen,
fire, earth, air,
if you
and
feeling
wind.
stressed, a little bit anxiety, you can get barefooted on some grass and dirt, and the earth will ground you. That's why we used to be barefooted, run around.
We was barefoot because we didn't have shoes.
Especially the ones down south.
Hey, a lot of
What the fuck?
our
This shit is nuts.
no, but listen, a lot of our non-halves were good, beneficial to us. Now that we're spoiled and got all these stuff, we're getting rotten and sick.
Can somebody
Go
help me
outside and get
understand
none
this
of these
shit,
germs
please?
on us. That keeps
Wait, so you think we should
That
be
was a
walking around?
soundbite too.
Identity stupid for that one. Hey, that was
that was a
perfect.
soundbite?
Yo, my boy got timing. He's elite.
Yo, that was perfect identity.
Truth. I don't think you could.
Yeah, he got me right now. He got me right now.
Word, that's ill.
Yeah, he got me. Identity, you give me something to work on, brother. I think pause, but thank you, brother.
It's amazing. You're a psychic clairvoyant motherfucker.
Yeah, he's styling on you, son. He's styling on you, man.
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Yeah,
I
he's
give it up
styling.
when it's right. You got that. All right.
All y'all gonna do is give Truth something else to work on
No,
now.
man,
Like,
I'm
all
about to come
right,
back with a
all
whole
right.
broadcast studio. Watch.
All of us gonna be clipped.
Yep.
Word.
Every last
Be
one. of you.
firing them shits off.
Watch. I got something for you, algebra withheld. Game on.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh shit! This shit right here. This shit right
That
here
was
is
a
explainable.
nice little, that
You
was
say you
fun.
don't believe in God, right? You believe in yourself.
Who?
Big Ed, the dude with the S on his name. I forgot his name. Sabio, is that his name?
That's for Satan.
Just call him super.
Thought I saw something pop up. Then we went to, we started talking about the creative abosom. So we talked about Nyonkon and Nyonkon, who was Ra and Raet. We talked about Odomankoma, who is Atim or Atim Kepra in ancient Kemet, Odomankoma and Akan. And then we also talked about Tredrian Pong, who is also, that's Kepra in ancient Kemet. So Odomankoma is Atim, also called Atim Kepra, Atim Mukopa in Akan, Odomankoma. Kepra is also called Tredrian Pong in Akan, and this is of course Kepra, Kepra in ancient Kemet. So we're dealing with these creative abosom, and the last major creative abosom we're going to deal with is Obuadie, who is Ptah in ancient Kemet. Now the reason why we're dealing with these creative powers in this fashion is because typically when you're reading about, and we talked about this before, when you're reading about Akan ancestral religion, or even just Afurakani, Afurakaiten ancestral religion in general, often what they're doing is they're saying that we're monotheistic, which is totally inaccurate. There are people teaching ancestral religion, whether it's dealing with the Yoruba tradition, Akan, Vodun, ancient Kemet, ancient Kanit or Nubia, Guramanchi tradition, the Bambara tradition, the Dogon tradition, the Zulu tradition, whatever it is, they're misrepresenting the tradition, talking about we're monotheistic, which is totally inaccurate. There's a great God, there's a great goddess. They function together as a unit, two individual entities that function together harmoniously, that complement one another, and they give birth to the various gods and goddesses, the various abosom, the various orisha, the various vodou, the various arusi, the various ntorotu, the various deities, the gods and goddesses, and there are many of them. So that notion of monotheism is foolishness. That is just an infection of white culture, and some people are so enamored with white culture and they fear the whites and their offspring that they attempt to graft the foolishness of the whites and their offspring into our culture because they still believe our culture is primitive. And deep down inside, it's a basic fear of the whites and their offspring. They don't want to offend the whites and their offspring. A lot of them want money from the whites and their offspring, as well as Negroes who are still associated with Christianity and so forth. They become apologists for their own tradition. They don't want to talk the truth about Christianity and Islam and Hebrewism and Judaism, Brahmanism, Hinduism, Vedanta, Buddhism, Taoism, all the pseudo metaphysics, Kabbalism, Taoism, all the pseudo metaphysics, Kabbalism.
Superman.
I'm asking him though.
Yeah, you could call me Super Satan.
Nah. You believe in yourself though, right? More than anything, right?
Yeah, I will absolutely give you 1,000% on that. Yes, sir.
Then that's good, because when you believe in yourself, you ultimately believe in the Supreme One. So ain't nothing wrong with that, sir.
The Supreme One, if the Supreme One is me, then cool.
Consciousness.
Nah. Consciousness is not supreme. Consciousness is a state of the brain. That is not supreme.
You think you're the brain?
No, he's Pinky.
You're the brain.
That was crazy.
No, I am the result of my brain. And I am the actions of my brain. So my brain
runs you, or you run the brain. Which one?
Both. We work in tandem. We work in tandem.
How did it
So I can't do nothing without my brain firing off signals in order for me to move my lips, my tongue, my finger, and shit like that.
Though you can still think.
Hey,
being. What did you mean?
So again, without the neurons firing, there would be nothing. Without the synapses, there would be nothing.
Black Jesus. Now this is what the brothers need.
There wasn't no such thing as nothing. Which is it?
Excuse me, what was that? There was no such thing as nothing? What was
He
that?
said it. I believe it though, but he said it too.
Meaning, when I say nothing, meaning I would have no action. I would not be able to have. We would not be able to have these communications. We would not be having this communication without neurons firing off, without synapses, without the neurons and the myelin sheaths and all the
what action reaction start
chemicals.
Chemicals.
Yes.
Only Dev can do it like that, brother. You just can't.
Chemical, man.
Chemicals.
Chemicals?
And electricity.
Kid ain't got the same ring to it.
Yeah, nah, I don't, right?
It don't, right?
Dev got it, bastard.
Man, I keep chasing you down the rabbit hole until you get to the Supreme One.
There is no Supreme One.
How?
How? Because you can make the Supreme
One electrical source.
The electric.
Get electricity from trees. I told you, whatever your mind can conceive, it's probably possible. Go and get the electricity from trees. There's research for you guys to do. While y'all on here blabbing, get to your research. Do your research.
Source.
You just said electricity starts this chemical reaction. Where's the source of electricity?
The source. There is no source of electricity.
There is no source?
No, it's all chemical reactions.
It's chemical reaction. You're dead.
Bingo. Bingo. So without the chemical reactions, we're dead. So there is no source for the chemical.
How is it happening, sir?
Because we're alive.
I know. The Supreme is alive. Thank you, sir.
Oh, shit.
You get it.
Do you believe Tupac is still alive?
Man, I wouldn't give a damn about them social media guys, rappers. And
So you hate our man.
Tupac died, I stopped listening to rap.
I just explained it. So because he could talk in because he could talk in circles, he explained something, Afro. I explained it to him.
No, you understand. You are the Supreme Consciousness.
No, I'm not. I am a human being.
You first said, and then
I'm a human being. I'm a human being, just like you. There's nothing supreme about me, you, or nothing, nobody else.
Okay.
So I just want to back it one time, because I think I know the answer to this. I just wanted to be sure. So not only did the Mali people came over here, did the Egyptians come over here too?
That's right.
Heru, Wale.
Introducing Wale. Wale, meet Heru. Heru, meet Wale.
Wale, the Egyptians came over here too?
Got kindred spirits over here.
Sure.
Damn, how you come up with that one, Corey?
Matter of fact,
If it's up,
I'm
it's
looking
stuck,
for the link. That's what I've been doing for the past half hour. I was on the wrong doggone, window. So now I just started looking on the correct window because I didn't want to come up until I had the link to give it to you. And knowing you'll probably actually check it out.
Yeah.
Whether you bias or not, you might check it out and you be like, damn, I didn't know that. Or, oh, I knew all this crap and shit. And we could talk about it, like adults or something. But it's cool. But I'm like
that
I said,
was
I'm
just trying to save you.
No, that's impossible. So I'm
messing with you, Wale.
I'm still looking for the actual thing so I can give you the actual link. And I'm almost there. It won't be long.
So the space is called a synapse. And I could have explained it further. I didn't want to, I don't want to waste all your time going down boring psychology and shit like that. So that's why I just gave him what I gave him. If he want to study, I can put a book in the chat so he can learn about this shit we call consciousness and shit like that. But when I told him neurotransmitters and neurons firing, I wasn't lying.
You ever heard of Hoffman? That scientist named Hoffman.
So I can
Stephen Hawking, yes.
Hoffman. No, not Stephen Hawking. Hoffman.
I can post.
Then Hoffman just died. You talking about Hoffman? He just died the other day, right? Like last week. The old white dude, right?
Why he got to be white, man?
Because he that's who they gonna lean on because he's kind of into science, but he's also into the metaphysics. Yeah, he one of them scientists who.
But I did a video
for supernatural and all that.
No, I did a video on my channel. He got interviewed on one of the little podcasts. He had mentioned Einstein and this other mathematician. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. And the other mathematician, they kind of shunned out and was in competition for Einstein. But the other mathematician mentioned God.
The strange dynamics we call the pre-established harmony, where God, so he brought God on his thing. The strange dynamics we call the pre-established harmony, where God, so he brought God on his thing, I believe, to sort of coordinate all the perceptions of things. So, meaning God was the first mover, the fundamental, right? Okay, but he saw it as a creator. Touching things like the divine spark of consciousness. Yeah, but his ontology was that strange.
And they got mad at that shit.
Yeah, see, I watch just as much YouTube as anybody, I think. Yeah, Stephen Hoffman, that's that white dude. He just died last weekend.
Not a badge of honor, brother.
Yeah, they probably.
Hopefully, no, I mean you got to keep up with where this stuff coming from.
On the low, son.
Yeah, you got to keep up, Corey, or you ain't gonna know what's going on. I like to be hip. You know what I'm saying?
What about that scientist that's studying the cells and making these cells build other stuff? Like they know.
Oh, you talking about the epigeneticists? You talking about
Corey? Look how excited you get. You right, yo. This nigga.
Yo, it's YouTube. Listen, I call it YouTube University, man, because you go there and you just go there. It's open enrollment all year. You pick whatever major you want.
Listen to some real lectures, though. Some serious, legit lectures.
Oh, that's a legit lecture. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, who else having a lecture though, other than the college?
Local community groups, churches, civic organizations.
Hey, yo, Corey, it's the algorithm. They sending us all the same stuff to watch.
Actual courses that you normally would have to pay for, to go to college and get.
I told y'all, YouTube University. I branded, we all with the algorithm. That's why I keep catching the videos they watch. But this is literally YouTube University. You heard what he said. They literally have college courses on YouTube platform. Like, I'm not joking when I call it YouTube University, because people actually go to YouTube to learn. Like, literally, like, I can watch some and learn science right here at the seat of my crib, which is not wrong, right? There are some, Heru, I'm gonna agree with you, right? There are some real scientists teaching real science, real mathematicians teaching real math to people for free. Yeah.
What have you learned today on YouTube?
And you can find both arguments.
I learned about
thing you're looking at.
Hold on, Heru. We're trying to find out what Miss learned today on YouTube.
Okay, I learned about damn, what the hell were we talking about all day? Damn, I was on here all day.
Okay,
we was talking to you, and you brought up.
Nah, don't try to throw here and try to
the NOI.
Get out of here.
Oh, earlier. Oh, okay. So earlier, before I watched the show, that was around.
All right, this is how you change the motor on this fan motor on the AC unit outside. This motor, it'll spin and then it'll stop, and then somebody will come out here. Hold on. I learned how to fix this on YouTube. I went on a couple of channels and learned and you know, I knew kind of a little bit, but I just needed a little bit of guidance because I'm not an electrician. But this saved me $500-600 because they wanted to charge us $700 to fix our outside unit. And right now it's 100 degrees, and that motor I put in is still running strong right now, and it's cool in this house. And I did a video. It only got 19 views. But I just had to give back, you know. I had to give back. Hold on. This is some of the channels right here I had to show. Hold on, let me see where I gotta get it. It's another channel. This guy right here showing you how to do it so you can learn on YouTube. And many more things you can learn.
5 this morning, I was watching a thing on YouTube about from bacteria to how he is now. To be honest with you.
And you seriously you felt you learned something from it this morning? No bullshit.
No.
Come on, really. You're supposed to at least say yes, man. Damn.
Nah, I did. I seen something like that already. They ain't really saying nothing new. But it ain't have nothing to do with sun worship and none of that stuff. I ain't got no time for none of that. But the Stephen Hoffman, I know Stephen Hoffman because he had a debate. He debated, I forgot his name, and they were debating intelligence or intelligent design or not. And Stephen Hoffman was he got credibility because he like that other guy, James Tour. They actual scientists. But they lean and they debate towards intelligent design, and they use that scientist background to validate the having a debate or even hearing them out. So it's just fun hearing them out, try to weasel around, try to use all kind of stuff to make a intelligent design argument. And then it's fun to hear other people tell them how dumb they sound.
So now the Arabs helped create the Hebrew Bible. Oops.
You know what's crazy though? It'd be so many actual university professors.
I really didn't know my mic was on mute. My bad.
Son. No, you good.
Hell yeah, though. You're right, Corey. I don't even talk about the ones I watch. I mean, I do. I have watched the Hoover Institute joints and
Larry Hoover.
No, he said Larry Hoover. Yo, you crazy.
That was the jail
and a couple of Gresham that Gresham College, them Gresham College lectures. I watched a couple of them Gresham College joints. But so you're right, Corey. They definitely be showing some stuff, but it's mixed in with too much of that other stuff. If you ain't a person, or if you looking to confirm your bias, it's all in.
It's always the supreme. Facts. It's always the supreme. Facts. It's always the supreme. Facts. Always will be the supreme. Always will be the supreme. Always will be the supreme.